time.
Hey guys, what's going on today? Hey listen, I just kind of want to show some brief gameplay of Overwatch, man. We streamed a little bit of earlier before we jumped on Destiny, and I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what we were running into here lately. Now, I don't know how this is for everyone else, but you know, when we were running into teams, man, I felt like we were running into more tanks than anything. I felt like it was like a D.Va, a Reinhardt, Roadhog, maybe Zarya, and that seemed to be a lot of the games I was going into. And so I was constantly just like sitting there thinking, I was like, damn, man, I mean, I got to come up with something that can definitely counter more of these tanks. Now, I feel like for the most part, you know, any hero can probably effectively do a decent job of countering these tanks, you know, depending on your skill level. You know, some people, you know, really, I mean, I've seen some players out there that rock like Widowmaker that do just fucking crazy stuff. But for someone like me and some of these guys that are stepping into Overwatch and that are running into these situations here in console where they've got, you know, stacked tanks against each other, I felt like Reaper does a pretty good job. You know, Reaper is an example. I felt like Soldier for instances of just like consistent DPS. I wouldn't say Soldier has like the best DPS, but I felt like for consistent DPS, Soldier was doing a pretty decent job for what I needed him to do. Outside of that, man, surprisingly enough, I thought Junkrat was a really good one for DPS. I wasn't expecting, you know, I honestly have not played that much of Junkrat, and so today was kind of like the first time I was really diving into Junkrat. But I felt really good with Junkrat. I was like, wow, I'm surprised how much damage it's putting on tanks. And then I actually, you know, of course, Bastion being one that I think people, you know, definitely said, I don't know, I was asking some friends, they said, oh yeah, man, they can put down tanks. The bad thing about Bastion, yes, it's got great DPS. I think across the board probably has some of the best DPS when it's in Sentry, but you're in such a fixed location at times that you're easy pickings. And not only that, man, if you got a Reinhardt that's pushing up on you, you're kind of easy to get pushed up on if you're not in an advantageous position to even begin with. So I don't necessarily feel like I was comfortable with Bastion. But again, Reaper was really working for me. Soldier was really working for me. And, you know, also Junkrat. Again, this is more of, I guess, kind of a discussion video. Taking on the tanks, man. And I feel like 9 times out of 10 in most of my Overwatch fights, dude, I felt like that was going on more than anything. I think alone in situations, in 1v1 scenarios, the tanks aren't necessarily too difficult to take on with any of your heroes. Is when you've got, you know, healers and stuff like that on those tanks, man, that really starts to hurt. You know, Ana specifically does some massive amounts of healing. I want to say earlier I was pumping in a Roadhog with Reaper, man, and I mean, I was nailing him, and it just, you know, he had Ana on him. I was also healing him, and so Ana. And anyways, I was having some very major difficulties in having my DPS actually stick and put them down, dude. And it just got in a situation I felt like everything I was doing was futile. Again, more of a discussion video right here. I am just now really stepping. I'm only like level 40, 43, 44 in Overwatch, and so more or less reaching out to you guys. I had people jumping the stream earlier, giving out tips and stuff like that. I was really loving that, man. It was really helping me a bunch, and I love hearing stuff like that, dude. I love getting little tips from people that are definitely been in this game for a while, dude, and have definitely reached out. Would love to hear from you guys, though, what y'all feel like is the best lineups for going against the tanks, man. And that's kind of what I'm really getting at. You know, I feel like my thing's saying that Junkrat and Bastion, Reaper, Soldier are really good here on console. But hell, man, I could be absolutely wrong. You know what I mean? And again, you know, console differs from PC. And so, you know, I'm kind of wondering from my console people what you guys think. Anyways, as always, fellas, thank y'all so much for coming and watching, and I'll catch you guys later tomorrow. We'll be streaming again, and probably be Trials of Osiris because it is, you know, the weekend, so we'll be hitting that up with Destiny. But I'm going to try to get out some more Overwatch gameplay to y'all. All right, fellas, thank you for coming and watching. Catch y'all later.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.